What is up, guys? It's your boy Nick Torius, back again with another video. Sokka, right, from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, if you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know that Sokka was kind of a ladies' man, right? Like a ladies' man, right? But if you think about it, because I've been watching Avatar: The Last Airbender recently, right? And I know there was something very funny that I noticed, right? But before we get into it, smash that like button. Give this video a 5-star rating. Give this video a 5-star rating. Subscribe if you're new. Comment below what you think about it, and let's get to the inside of the video. All right. So if you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, you see Sokka getting all the girls and stuff. Yada yada yada. The thing about Sokka getting girls, though, is something that I noticed is that Sokka is kind of a wimp, right? Like, he's kind of like a wimpy boy. Like, yeah, he'll fight and shit, and yeah, he'll stand up for himself. But he's kind of like if you think about it, the person in the show that's the most masculine in Avatar: The Last Airbender is Zuko, right? Of all the kids, like not talking about the men, right? Is Zuko. Zuko is the most masculine of all of the other the main characters, right? And I feel like it's the same if you watch Legend of Korra. It's like the same thing, right? With I forgot his name, the fire dude that began Korra. Because the thing is like Aang is in like the friend zone, right? Aang is in Katara's friend zone. She's like, oh, you're like my little brother. Which is funny because the thing is, Aang saved Katara's life a whole bunch of times, right? So it's like, why is he in the friend zone if he's always saving her life? Like, he's obviously able to protect her, right? But she don't like him. She likes Zuko, right? And she even ends up, she doesn't end up with Zuko. But Katara ends up with Aang in the end, even though she likes Zuko, right? Because Zuko is like the bad boy. He's like the masculine man. He's like the alpha male. He's like, oh, I will catch that. He's like Sasuke, right? Like, Zuko's basically Sasuke. And Aang is Naruto, right? Because Naruto ain't getting the hoes. Sasuke's the one getting all the hoes, right? And Sasuke don't even give a fuck. Because he's like, I have one ambition. My one ambition is to kill Itachi, right? Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm just trying to kill Itachi. I don't give a fuck about these hoes, right? And it's the same thing with Zuko. Zuko's like, I don't give a fuck about no hoes. I'm trying to get my honor, right? So the thing is Zuko is basically like the alpha male because he's the gnarliest nigga. He's the rowdiest nigga. And Sokka, even though Sokka's not that girl crazy, kind of, because he was trying to get with Princess Yue, right? He's trying to get with the Moon Spirit girl. And, you know, he comes off kind of simpish, right? He's like, oh, look, I did this for you or whatever. I don't remember. He might not have done anything. I don't remember. But she's like, I can't. And what happens is, you know, I noticed that the whole point is that Sokka, I was going to say Sasuke. Sokka basically gets with very masculine women, right? Like women of power, women of great ability, right? Like, that's what I didn't ever realize that Avatar was like pushing the feminist agenda, right? By making Aang, the main character, who's a man, be like a woman, right? Like a little boy. Like, he's like, oh, I'm a boy and I'm gonna save the world, even though I'm like he even got played by a girl, in the show, like in the episode with the fire players, right? The Fire Nation players or whatever. He wasn't even played by a girl, so it's like, how embarrassing, right? Like, he's being seen as a woman, and it's so funny because he's like the main character who's a man. So it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender is like pushing this feminist agenda. It's talking about, oh, boys should be like little girls, right? If you think about it, because he's the main character. So if you're growing up thinking like, oh yeah, I want to be like the Airbender, I'm weak, right? Because the thing is, I understand, because Aang is supposed to be weak, right? Because he's weak. And then he's like the underdog, and then he becomes big because he's like supposed to master all the elements in like one summer, right? So I obviously understand that he's like, you know, he's supposed to be weak. But the thing is, it's like mainstream media just portrays men and women as weak, men as weak and women as strong, right? So Katara, let's say Sakura, Katara is like the strong female lead. She's like very masculine. She's like a very masculine woman. She's like, right? She's very sassy. She's like, she's not very submissive, basically, right? She don't submit to no one except Zuko, right? So what happens is Sakura, you know, it's like that classic, oh, you're like a brother to me tale, right? That shit that we all fucking hate. And it's so funny because it's like Katara is like a masculine woman, right? And Sokka ends up getting with like Princess whatever from the Kyoshi Warriors, right? Who is also a very masculine woman. She's not very submissive. She's not very feminine. She's very much like, oh, I'm gonna beat you up. Bruh. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me, bro? What the hell? But yeah, she's very much not a submissive woman. She's a very much like a woman who is very strong. She's like a very strong woman, right? And basically she's just, you know, she's like that nigga. And it's who else? There was another girl, the acrobatic girl. I forgot her name. Who was friends with what's her face? Azula, right? She was friends with Azula. And she's like, she was honestly, like, if I was attracted to cartoons, she was like the baddest girl in the whole show, right? But she's, you know, she's very strong, right? Like, she's very powerful. She's able to beat up Sokka, right? So if she's a woman, she's able to beat up the nigga. What does that tell you about her? That tells you she's very, like, aggressive. She's very masculine. She's, you know, it'll take a lot to make her submit. Even though she was a little, like, hoey, right? She was a little, like girl, right? She was still more masculine than Sokka. So what does that say about Sokka? That says about Sokka that he's like a feminine man, basically, right? That's just how I see it. I see him as like a little weak boy, right? And the creators made him that way because I understand it's like the underdog story. But if you look at it in that way, it kind of shows men to be weak. Like, Sokka should at least be a little strong. But he's like because the thing is like what you attract is because that's the opposite of you, right? So if you have a masculine essence, you're gonna attract someone with a feminine essence, and vice versa. If you have a feminine essence, you're gonna attract someone with a masculine essence, right? That's pretty much how it goes. So I don't know. I want to leave this up to you. What do you guys think? Sokka Simp? I would like to find out because I feel like he kind of is. You know, he's like a little sleepy boy. But yeah, I feel like as long as he's like attracting those type of women, that's what he is. Because the thing is, if he was a strong masculine man, don't you think he will attract a submissive woman, right? A nice, quiet, submissive woman. But yeah, like the video, comment below what you think about it. Subscribe if you're new. And with that being said, yeah, I might do comment a character and I'll see if they're like a simp, right? Like I was thinking about doing what's his name, Mordecai from regular show. I might make one about him because I feel like he's the biggest simp in all the shows I ever watched. But yeah, comment what you think. What's the next character I should make about if they're a simp or not. I'm gonna do it like a simp series, like Simpsons, right? Alright, like the video, comment below, subscribe if you're new. Done.